So I just want to say thanks to OU for hosting the Super Regional. I know it's 2 weeks in a row is a lot for grounds crew, training staff, SID, game day management, the whole athletic department, really. And they did a great job, good hospitality all the way around. And, it was, I don't know if it was a fun trip to Norman, but it was, they're a good team. And I know they're going to represent this 2 versus 15 very well at the Women's College World Series.
Yeah, Patrick, just, I guess, starting off with that third inning, it just seemed like it was just...
snowballed.
Yeah, just snowballed, and just a lot of little, singles, walks, and it just, kept going on you.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we had talked about with it. We could not let happen. And I think they had 8 or 9 in a row on base between walks and hits, and that's like a avalanche, You just got to somehow stop the bleeding there. I think we had 2 or 3 pitchers that we brought in and just didn't do it. But they got barrel on the ball almost every single time, took advantage of a couple of mistakes, took advantage of the walks. Other than I think we only had 1 error. I mean, it's a really good hitting team. So you got to make pitches. You got to get ahead too. That was a big bugaboo again today. We did not get ahead enough. And it wasn't believable pitches either. It was too many in the dirt or, over the head or something like that. But it needed to be believable pitches to make them think, is this going to be a ball or a strike? And it was too many easy takes. And they're just too good for that.
Pat, your program's won a lot at this time of year, and they've won a lot at this time of year, obviously, too. What is, as you've watched them, if you guys have played them a lot, what makes them so tough in these moments in the postseason?
I think, 1 through 9, they're good hitters, number one. Second, they don't make mistakes. So you're not going to get 22, 23, 24 outs. You're going to get 21. They make the routine play, and then they just battle. And it's like tough on a defense and a pitching staff that, you can't key on Pickering or, 2 or 3 of them. You got to worry about 1 through 9. And it grinds on you. And it's just like wave after wave after wave.
I know you're not in their locker room, but Patty in her 31st year to have a basically remade team that she's able to get them back to the series. From a head coach's perspective, what impresses you just about what she did with this group?
Landry I think you got to start with her. So that was a big pickup. And like I said the other day, Jen has done a great job with her. She's improved. So when you get a horse, in the circle, newcomer of the year in the SEC, and she earned it, I voted for her definitely. She's a senior. She's got experience. It's not like it's a freshman coming in and having to be the number 1. So the experience there is huge. And then offensively, just, again, through the order, Coach Gasso does a good job with all the hitters. And it's just an onslaught, and again and again and again. And, we have a saying that's tradition never graduates. That's them too.
You mentioned 1 through 9. When they've got a 9-hole hitter like Dayton that seemed like all weekend she was turning the lineup over, just what does that do for a pitching staff knowing it's everywhere, every spot in the order?
Yeah, and I think 8 walked at least once, and maybe got a hit too. 8 or so 8 and 9. At one point, I think I saw Dayton was 2 for 2 with 2 singles. I don't know if she did the third or fourth time, if she got up 4 times, but that's what 7, 8, 9 is supposed to do. Just however they can, walk, hit, whatever it is, get on base, turn the lineup over. And they did that because I think the top of the order either had 4 or 5 at-bats, and I think Audrey had 2 or 3, and that's a lot more, And you try to keep pace, but that's difficult to do.
Yeah, Patrick, just how would you wrap up this year for this team from where y'all were, early to some of the ups and downs that y'all went through, and then the way that y'all were able to finish?
Yeah,
till
I told the team, thanks. I told the team, You know, if you ask a parent, what do you want for your kid? What do you want for your kid? Almost every single parent says, I want him to be happy. I'm one of the older ones in this room, I think. We all know that it's not 100% happy. There's going to be ups and downs. And softball is similar to that. You cannot be happy for 4 years of a career. Something bad's going to happen. You're going to get injured. You're going to have a bad loss. You're going to get beat. You're going to get your butt beat at Oklahoma. That is life. So we're not going to be disappointed in the outcome. We came a long, long ways because there was a point in mid-March that could have gone the other way, and it didn't. And that's a credit to the seniors, and Marley Giles and Kendall Clark, our two captains, kept it going in the right direction. And to me, that's what a good culture does. You end up in super regionals, and everybody's going to say they had a bad year. And we were in super regionals for the 19th time. So it was a pleasure to be here. You know, we're not going to have our heads down at all. It was a great opportunity to finally play in Norman and meet or see some of you that I've been known for years. It was really good to see everybody. And I truly appreciate every single one of you being here because it means a lot to our sport, because this is a lot of people. And for you to be here to highlight our sport means a lot to a coach like me and to Patty, I'm sure. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here. All the guys in the back, it means a lot to our sport. And, you know, in 28, this is going to be a fun city to be in. And kudos to you guys. I hope you're all around. You need to stay on a job. And let's make Oklahoma City 28 the best experience ever for all those ladies that are going to be in the Olympics. If I have anything to do with it, that's going to be my goal, is to have OKC be the best experience ever for an Olympian softball player. And I think you guys will help me with that.